Okay, we're working on skill number 4, which is multiplying whole numbers, and specifically we're looking at the problem 743 times 75. First, I'm going to do this the traditional way, using kind of just algorithms, starting with the 5 down here multiplied times the 3 gives me 15. So I put the 5 there and I carry the 1 since when we look at the number 15, the 1 is actually a 10 and the 5 is, 5 ones. So we have 10 plus 5 equals 15. So I carry the 1 because it really represents 10. And I have 5 times 4 is 20 plus 1 is 21. Carry the 2. 5 times 7 is 35, plus 2 is 37. And then I multiply the 7 times the 743, but it's not really 7 here, it's 7D or 70 plus the 5. So 70 plus 5 is 75. So that's why we put a placeholder of 0 here, because everything I multiply the 7 by, it's really 70 times 3, which is 210. And instead of writing 210, I've already got my 0, so I'm just going to write the 1. And I would write the 2 right here, 210, but I've got more. So 7 times 3 is 21. I carry the 2, I put my 1 here. 7 times 4 is 28, plus 2 is 30. Put the 0 here, carry the 3. 7 times 7 is 49, plus 3 is 52. Notice that I'm really being careful to line up the columns. That's super critical. Writing clearly and writing large font will help you stay organized and also not make simple mistakes. And I just add these two rows. 5 plus 0 is 5. 1 plus 1 is 2. 7 plus 0 is 7. 3 plus 2 is 5. And 5 plus nothing is just 5. So my answer here is 55,725. I'm going to show you another way to do this, or to think about this, and that is when we look at 743 times 75, this is really just 700 plus 40 plus 3 times 70 plus 5. And we can use the distributive property to multiply all of these terms by each other to prove that our algorithm up here is actually doing its job and working correctly. So if I multiply the 700 times the 70 and add it to 700 times 5, and then I add that to 40 times 70, plus 40 times 5, and then I add that to 3 times 70, plus 3 times 5, I should get the same result. So 700 times 70 is 49,000, plus 700 times 5 is 3,500, plus 40 times 70 is 2,800, plus 40 times 5 is 200, plus 3 times 70 is 210, plus 3 times 5 is 15. little bit here. And I'm going to rate this all a little differently so it's clear. 49,000 plus 3,500 plus 2,800 plus 200 plus 210 plus 15. Well, let's just go ahead and do that. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 5, simply 5. Zeros plus 1 simply 2. And then I have a 0 plus 5 plus 8, that's 13. Plus 2 is 15, plus 2 is 17. Carry the 1. 9 plus 1 is 10. Plus 3 is 13, plus 2 is 15. Put the 5 there, carry the 1. 4 plus 1 is simply 5. And I get a corresponding answer of 55,725, which is the same result I got up here using the algorithm. Both ways are acceptable, but obviously this one is much faster, so I'd encourage you to learn that algorithm, but also to understand what we're doing here, what these numbers are made of. You know, that 743 is made of 740 and 3, and we can break those into their separate components. And I hope you learned something from this video, and I wish you good luck.